Midland Exteriors is proud to be a presenting sponsor of Colbert on Golf. Just as Jim Colbert pursued excellence on the course, Midland Exteriors is committed to excellent products for your home and exceptional customer service for you. Midland Exteriors knows Kansas weather can be tough on your home, so we offer only fiberglass windows and seamless steel or fiber cement siding. It's the good stuff, and so is our service. Online at MidlandExteriors.com. Midland Exteriors, we've thought of everything.
Colbert Hills is one of the most unique golf experiences in the entire Midwest, and the hills are calling your name. Colbert Hills, you're going to experience huge elevation changes, tour-quality greens, and an award-winning design by Jim Colbert. Tee times, specials, and stay-and-play packages are available online at ColbertHills.com. Book a foursome or bring a huge group, and the staff at Colbert Hills will roll out its legendary hospitality. Who knows, you might even run into Jim at the tee box or after your round at Colbert's, which is so much more than just the 19th hole. Visit ColbertHills.com today. Welcome back to Colbert on Golf. This past week at the World Golf Championships match play in San Francisco, we nearly had a fight on the golf course. We had an argument. We had a dispute, no doubt about that. But we nearly had a fight. Miguel Angel Jimenez and Keegan Bradley got into it a little bit when Bradley was getting a ruling from an official, and Jimenez walked over and tried to monitor the situation. And, Jim, it didn't go well from there. What the heck was that all about?
You had an official there to give a ruling, and it looked like a pretty simple ruling to me. It's either cart path or grandstands, and most times you don't even call for a ruling. And everybody knows where you're supposed to drop. And when Jimenez came in there, I was thinking, he was telling the official, I don't think that's the right thing. And so Bradley kind of stepped up and he just kind of said, let the official do his thing. And then Jimenez said something again, and then Bradley really stepped up. And it was up to Jimenez then. Bradley's a pretty big guy. Jimenez, I guess he could be tough. But when Bradley stepped right up, I thought, oh, boy, here we go, because he was like, go ahead, hit me. And Jimenez just said something, and he was smart. He didn't want any part of Bradley.
Well,
it looked like Bradley was there with a purpose.
There were reports, and I think this occurred. We saw the video. We couldn't hear exactly what was said. There's reports that Bradley's caddy made some sort of a mocking imitation of Jimenez with an accent, that sort of thing, that might have set Jimenez off a little bit. The caddy got involved a couple of times, and to me, that if I'm Jimenez, that's where it really would have crossed the line. Because seriously, if Bradley and Jimenez have an issue, that's one thing. If a caddy's getting involved, that's entirely different, isn't it? I mean, the players don't want to see a caddy come over and get involved.
Absolutely not. The only thing I want my caddy to do is help me if I get into it. I need a little help. I'm just kidding. But Bradley looked, the look on his face, and he took that step forward. He put the ball right in Jimenez's face. He just, shut up or get out or come here I am. In the stare down, I think Bradley won, but you certainly don't want the caddies getting involved either. That's not good, not at all.
All right, so I have to ask, this would be a great way to wrap the show up this week. If you were prone or most likely to get into it with any golfer you ever played against, who would that be?
Bruce Crampton.
Why?
Well, I had a couple run-ins with him, but we were playing in Cleveland, and it was the second round. And we were tied for the lead, in the lead, whatever, and we were playing with Phil Rogers. And at about the 10th hole, the official told us we need to be in the pick it up, and we better be on the tee on 18 when the group in front of us is in the fairway. And so now we get to the 11th green, and I got about a 12-footer, and he's got about a 15-footer. I'll swear it took him forever to hit it. Now I'm up putting, and I'm telling you, Kevin, I am just getting ready to draw it back. And he says, come on, Jim, we have to hurry up.
Oh.
I can't repeat on the air what I said to him and how close I was to him. And, I'm thinking he's a big, strong guy, but he isn't going untouched. So now we get to going, and we do catch up. And on 17, Phil Rogers hits it over the green. It's par 3. He's got to get up and down part of the last hole to make the cut. It took a while because we had already caught it. We waited for him to get off the green. But when we got to 18, we weren't on the tee when they were in the fairway. So we finished, and George Walsh was the PGA Tour official. He says, "What happened?" And I said, "Well, first of all, George, Phil's not involved. He doesn't take any time. So Phil's really not involved, because if he got a penalty, he'd have missed the cut." And George says, "Yeah, that's okay." And then I said, "Now, George, I'm willing to take 2 strokes. You get 2 on that no good." You can imagine what I said. And he didn't know what to do. I told him. And he just said, "Nah, it's all right." Phil jumped in and said, "No, it was my fault, George, on 17. He said, "Okay," and he got out of there because he didn't want to penalize anybody.
Oh, man.
But he didn't know what to do.
Great
I told him,
stuff.
"I'll take 2 just to get 2 on that no good, whatever."
Bruce Crampton is the man. I'll have to remember that. Jim, great week as always, man. Thank you so much. We look forward to chatting again next week on Colbert on Golf.
Thanks, Kevin. It was fun.
There you go. Jim Colbert, the man, right here. And thanks for listening to Colbert on Golf.